this is the girl that is being accused of harming the guy or something, which the guy entered her home wanting to rob her. This girl. So it's this girl right here. This is her. She's like a YouTuber or something, I don't know, like maybe Korean actor. I love that song, by the way. And now let's see this video. Let's go.
Violent home invasion that left Nana and her mother injured, the intruder shocked many by filing a lawsuit against her, claiming she tried to take his life. But what really happened that night?
Wait,
and how did
what?
the story turn into a legal battle over who was the victim?
Wait, what? So the guy is robbing her house. He goes into her house without her consent or whatever, and she used force. Yeah, like what do you expect? Like, what should she do? Like, okay, you can steal, that's bad. And then what?
The situation first came to light when Sublime Entertainment confirmed that Nana and her mother had been caught in a highly
shot the guy and killed him
at their home, making clear that both of them had suffered injuries during an unexpected attack and were cooperating fully with the authorities while asking for privacy and restraint from public speculation. This statement followed shortly after police in Gori revealed what had actually taken place on November 15th of last year, when a man in his 30s was arrested after breaking into Nana's residence while carrying a weapon and threatening the people inside. In an attempt.
Bro, if he didn't carry anything, he deserves to get, I would say killed. I would say killed. You are entering another person's property. Do you know how much mental illness it will give to the person to whom it's happening? Like, I would be scared if to stay in that house. If I would get PTSD for that.
To demand money. According to the report, the intruder had forced his way into the home where Nana was staying with her mother at the time, and what followed was a physical confrontation between them and the attacker, during which both Nana and her mother managed to subdue him before immediately contacting
How do you lose to a girl that's like 50 kilograms and to the grandma? I can't, bro. I can't. This is so bad. Who is this guy, bro?
Police. By the time officers arrived at the scene, the man had already been injured during the struggle and was taken to the hospital for treatment under police supervision, while investigators began treating the case as an attempted aggravated robbery. Further details shared by authorities and reported through Yonhap News confirmed that Nana's mother even lost consciousness during the altercation, highlighting just how serious the situation had become before help arrived and the suspect was taken into custody. The entire experience was described as deeply terrifying, and almost immediately after the details became public, people online began expressing a wave of support for Nana, not only because she had been forced to endure such a frightening and violent intrusion, but also because she actively fought back and helped defend herself and her mother in the middle of the situation.
She's a national hero for doing this.
Comments from netizens said things like, this could have gone wrong, I'm glad she's not hurt, and this must have been traumatizing. However, as unsettling as those first reports already were, what had been revealed up to that point still did not mark the end of the story. On November 22nd, authorities officially confirmed that Nana and her mother would not face any charges for the injuries sustained by the intruder during the struggle, effectively clearing them of wrongdoing and treating the incident as a case of justified self-defense. At the same time, police made it clear that the man involved would be forwarded to prosecutors on charges of aggravated robbery and while investigators also began a formal review to determine whether Nana's actions legally qualified as self-defense.
What do you mean self-defense? The guy is there in her home, trying to rob her. What is she supposed to do? Sir, you're not able to steal from my house. Please leave. Like, what is she supposed to do? Call cops and let him steal everything? Let him maybe even hurt them? Like, bro, do you understand how sick your country is if you're not able to actually kill the person who is intruding into your home, bro? Like, what?
Under Article 21 of the Criminal Act, this provision allows force to be used when someone is responding to a current unlawful infringement as long as there is a reasonable cause, meaning the response must be proportionate and necessary under the circumstances. The investigation reconstructed the break-in detail, stating that the intruder had entered the villa complex around 6 a.m. and managed to get inside the home by using a ladder to climb up to the balcony, then opening an unlocked door while carrying a weapon. Once inside, the situation escalated immediately when Nana's mother discovered him and was reportedly attacked and choked by the intruder. During her mother's cries for help, Nana woke up and rushed to intervene, leading to a physical struggle with the man inside the home. During the confrontation, both Nana and her mother managed to restrain him by holding his arm.
Wow.
Before contacting the police, who later arrived at the scene and took control of the situation. Authorities concluded that because the threat was immediate and severe, the force used during the struggle fell within the boundaries of self-defense, especially since the injuries sustained by the intruder were not considered excessive, resulting in Nana not being charged. Even after the arrest, however, the case did not end there. 2 days later, the suspect attempted to challenge the process by filing a petition for a warrant review, arguing that he had not been informed of his Miranda rights at the time of arrest.
Oh my god, Miranda rights for what, bro? Shit. Oh my god, I'm sick, I'm tired, I can't.
Rejected this claim, explaining that in situations where the scene is chaotic or the suspect is injured, a delay in reading rights can still be lawful as long as they are communicated as soon as practically possible once conditions are stable. Even after his earlier challenge was rejected by the court, the situation took another unexpected turn when the intruder continued his legal efforts, this time filing a lawsuit against Nana himself. In this new claim, he alleged that the way he had been restrained during the break-in amounted to attempted murder. During the ongoing investigation and legal proceedings,
she should have killed him. He should have died. There'll be no robberies. No one will try to rob anymore in Korea, any other homes. Just kill the guy who tries to rob you. That should be the law. You are in my house. I never invited you to be here. You are robbing stuff. You deserve to die. Simple.
He also insisted that he had not known the home belonged to a celebrity when he entered it, while still pushing forward with the case against Nana.
Okay, why does that matter? Why does that matter?
From her agency. The company stated that the perpetrator, without showing any remorse, had chosen to take separate legal action against actress Nana and was essentially exploiting the fact that she is a public figure, causing additional harm through what they described as inhumane behavior. After the lawsuit was filed, the situation escalated even further when the perpetrator sent a detailed letter to JTBC's program crime chief, where he presented yet another version of events that directly contradicted earlier findings. In the letter, he claimed that he had entered the home without carrying any weapon and
I can enter other person home without carrying a weapon, therefore I can just steal whatever and they can't do anything. They are not able to restrain me, they're not able to punch me, they're not able to anyhow cause me any harm. You deserve to die. Again, I say to you, you deserve to die if you're actually entering some other person's home trying to rob them. You deserve to die. Like what?
That his only intention was theft. He also accused Nana of injuring him with a weapon that, according to him, was
only is theft. Only. You're causing that person so much harm. That person from now on will be, for entire of her life, she'll be scared to live alone in the apartment because she will get scared. She'll always have that in mind. What if someone comes in my house?
Already inside the house. When it came to his motive, he stated that he had broken in because he wanted to obtain money to pay for his mother's hospital bill.
Oh!
The incident as financially driven rather than violent in nature. He went on to make additional allegations, claiming that Nana's side had offered him around $27,700 if he agreed to testify that he had entered the house while armed. According to his statement, he said he accepted the offer and maintained that version of events at the time, but later decided to reveal the truth.
Oh, so now all of a sudden it's not financial anymore. She literally gave you money for your sick mother or whatever, and you accept it, and then realize, oh wait a second, this is a bit too low. I want more money from this. I need more money, and he asked her to give him more money, and she refused, and like, bro, this guy is a fucking plague to the society. I hate these people. These people will lie. They will use their sick mother or whatever to rob as a cause to rob other person's life and ruin those other people's life. They don't care about anyone else. They care only about themselves, and they will do whatever it takes just to get ahead of other people, even if it fucks up the entire life of that other person.
However, these claims were directly contradicted by the official investigation. Police findings confirmed that he had already been carrying a weapon when he broke into the home and had attacked Nana's mother by choking her, placing her life in immediate danger. Authorities also reiterated shortly after the incident that there had been a clear violation of the victim's safety and rights, while also confirming that there was no evidence suggesting Nana or her mother used excessive force during the struggle. Nana's agency also firmly denied all of
They
the
should have, though.
allegations, stating that the perpetrator's claims were completely false.
They should
and further
have used
noting that
more
he had even
force.
asked them not to report the incident to the police at the time. Later, on January 16th, police officially announced that there was no evidence to support charges of attempted murder or aggravated assault against Nana, and the case would not proceed any further, once again reaffirming that her actions were justified self-defense taken to protect her life and her family. Despite this, the legal disputes still have not been fully settled. The perpetrator's legal team continued to dispute the charges, arguing that he had entered the home believing it was empty and insisting that his intent had only been theft rather than extortion or violence. They also maintained that he had not been carrying a weapon and claimed that he had been unilaterally beaten, while continuing to suggest that any weapon involved had actually belonged to Nana and was already inside the house. On April 21st, Nana and her mother attended the Namyangju branch of the Uijeongbu District Court as witnesses in the ongoing criminal trial. She had initially submitted a written request, along with her mother in March, asking not to appear in person, but the court later reissued a summons, which ultimately required both of them to attend. During the hearing, the atmosphere reportedly became tense as the suspect continued to deny the charges against him. Nana, visibly overwhelmed by what she was hearing, reacted emotionally and confronted him directly, asking, "Is this funny to you? You're walking around freely after doing something like that? Look me in the eyes. Do you really think this is a joke?" Her outburst led the judge to intervene and instruct her to sit down, reminding the courtroom that proceedings could not continue smoothly if she remained agitated.
What do you mean? Okay, now he's her fault for being agitated. The guy literally went into her house and started choking her grandmother. Are you fucking kidding me? The court needs to apologize immediately to this girl. Immediately. This is disgusting. I'm disgusted by South Korean judges and by their whole system of how someone can just go into their home and you cannot use excessive force. They deserve excessive force. They deserve to get shot.
Nana responded by saying that, given everything she had experienced, it was impossible for her not to feel that way. She then went on to describe in detail what she remembered from that night, explaining that she had woken up after hearing her mother's screams and the sound of a man's breathing inside the home, which immediately made her sense that something was seriously wrong. According to her testimony, she moved cautiously out of her bedroom, and when she finally saw what was happening, she was so shocked that her only instinct was to separate her mother from the intruder.
That is the scariest shit I've seen.
She never expected the man to be armed with a knife, but in that moment, she felt she had no choice but to try to take it away from him, believing that someone holding a weapon could harm her mother at any second.
Jesus.
She explained that everything happened instinctively as she tried to defend her mother during the struggle that followed.
She's a national hero.
She also stated that during the confrontation, the intruder sustained a bleeding injury to his neck after being struck with the knife she had used in the struggle. According to her testimony, the man's reaction shifted after that point as he reportedly asked her to spare him and even
spare him. You deserve to fuck. Hey, I can't. He attacks the grandma. She's probably like 70 years old. You sick fuck. You deserve to die in a jail cell. You deserve to not breathe at all anymore. Please, bro. If he was in America, he would die immediately if he was in another house.
Situation was still unfolding. She said, "I thought I needed to calm him down and wanted to hear his story. After he spoke, I felt that bringing a knife was dangerous and so I mouthed to my mother to call the police." Nana's mother also took the stand, giving her own account of the break-in and describing how quickly everything escalated inside the home. She testified that the situation began when she heard the family dog barking, which prompted her to go toward the living room, where she then saw the suspect entering through the balcony while holding a knife. According to her statement, she tried to block the door to stop him from getting further inside, but she was physically overpowered as he forced his way into the home. She explained that in that moment, her only thought was her daughter, who was in another room.
Oh my god, bro, it gets worse.
Choked by the intruder.
It gets
she told
worse,
the court
bro.
that she felt herself slipping in and out of consciousness and described being unable to clearly remember the moment her daughter came out of the bedroom. Her testimony also confirmed that she continues to receive physical therapy as a result of the injuries sustained during the incident, although she noted that she has been
What about mental therapy though? Like, that's far worse than physical therapy here. The mental therapy for this girl, she will need it, because this is the biggest, this is the worst experience you can experience in your life. Someone breaking into your home uninvited. Meanwhile, your grandma is there getting choked by the guy with the knife. There's a child in the room, not there, but in the house.
Feeling a lot better recently as her recovery has progressed. Following the trial, public reaction online was immediate, with many expressing sympathy and support for Nana, saying they understood why she became emotional in court given everything she had gone through. Others showed support,
Yeah, no
writing
shit.
comments like, "I'm unconditionally on Nana's side on this one, fighting, and you've got this." A large portion of online reactions, however, were less about the courtroom moment itself and more about confusion over how the case had even reached this stage in the first place. Many commenters questioned how a situation involving a home invasion, a weapon, and physical violence against the occupants could still end up with the intruder attempting to take legal action against the victim. As one commenter wrote, "Is the court an accomplice too? Demanding the victim appear as a witness is complete b-." After the trial, Nana later turned to bubble messages to speak more openly with fans about how she was feeling and to clarify her position following what had been an emotionally charged courtroom appearance. She shared that actually seeing the perpetrator in person left her feeling both stunned and extremely angry, to the point where she struggled to keep her emotions in check during the hearing. Still, she explained that it was also the first time she had been able to say certain things directly, things she had not been able to express anywhere else, and that finally getting them out made her feel a sense of release. Nana added that she had said everything she wanted to say to him in court and did not regret her words or how she responded in that moment, expressing confidence that the case would soon come to a conclusion. Meanwhile, the case is still ongoing in court as both sides have not fully agreed on the medical evidence. To clarify this, the court will call in 2 doctors as witnesses before continuing with further questioning of the defendant. After 2 more hearings, the trial is set to finish, with the final verdict scheduled for June 4th, so make sure to stay tuned for more updates. Tell us what you think of this, and thank you for watching.
What I think of this is that South Korea is a disgrace country that allows people to go into your house and rob you even though you are there, and you can't use excessive force. What do you mean you can't use excessive force? The excessive force is needed there. If there was excessive force in the country, if there was a law which gives you the right to shoot a guy who comes into your house property uninvited, there wouldn't even be this situation right now, where the grandma could have been stabbed to death, where the child maybe also could have been dead. Who knows who is this guy? I'm disgusted by South Korea. I can't believe you guys are not also disgusted by this law. This is disgrace. The guy deserved to die. She should have shot him. That would be the only right thing in that situation.